Welcome to the side where there is no light pollution.
And so, welcome to my Halloween special. It is Saturday 29th of October and a Halloween weekend. The BC has been diving near -10 in daytime, but when darkness came to Finland, the BC did not drop that much anymore. The predicted KP was 5, so I came to check a new spot, Moision Uimaranta, which is a swimming beach very near Lohja. There is a pretty big storm in Finland, and there has been measured very strong winds in all around, and it is a pretty high wind in this lake shore as well. The powers have been cut in many places also. I had in mind to do some light painting because it is Halloween, but leaving my camera alone in the wind and playing with flashlights in front of it might not be possible in such a strong wind. The camera might fall down. My tripod is not the strongest build also, so maybe the light paintings have to wait for a calmer weathers. But let's see, does the northern lights come or not? Hello and welcome to Lohja. I'm at the Moision Uimaranta. It is a swimming beach near Lohja, and I came because the BC dropped like in -5, and it is predicted to be KP3 and in early morning KP5. But I don't know, does the KP5 come in daytime in Finland, so I just came here to check. It has been KP5 during the day, so I think there is a slight possibility to see the northern lights again. And because lately the lights have been like pretty unpredictable, so I thought maybe it could happen again this evening. So I came here and let's see, does the northern lights come or not? It is like very windy night now, and there are some swans that are singing. I don't know, can you hear them or not? Well, I think now they stopped because they heard me talking or something. It has been very windy in Finland all around. There has been like storm winds, and it is not so great to take photos in such a big wind because the photos easily get shaken a bit. Even though if you have a good tripod, you have to be very careful with the camera because if the tripod will fall, it will easily break your camera. So, and I don't even have that good tripod, so I have to like hold my camera all the time so it won't fall, especially in the beach. And it is also pretty cold because of the wind. So I don't know how long will I stay, but maybe a while. And let's see, does the northern lights come or not? It hasn't been anything yet, but we have to wait and see. Now the birds are singing again. They're having some kind of a party there. I don't know, maybe the wind will cover the birds singing, but I can hear them, it's beautiful. And while I'm waiting the northern lights, I can take a swing. And it is nice because I always have to go to a swing if I see one, and this time is no different. Whee! What a smooth landing! Maybe it is me that will push the camera down, not the wind. There is some tennis field here also, so maybe in summer you can come here to play some tennis. There is also a small boat pier here. I tried to take some photos here also, but because it's so windy, so if there is any like branches or plants or anything, so they will shake like this and it doesn't look so good in the pictures because it looks like blurred. So it is not so easy to take pictures in a crazy wind, but I will try to take some photos here, but let's see how they will turn out. This is a pretty nice spot and it is easy to come here. There is a parking lot just near the beach and there is some light pollution. I don't know, does they see like there? There is some road, I think, in that direction, and there is also some city lights. I don't know, now they cannot be seen, I think, but there is some light pollution, so this is not the best place, but the stars are showing more nicely than Oita, for example, so this is quite okay place, but I think the Liessaari is a better place to see the northern lights because there is less lights in the horizon there. But this is also a good spot and I wanted to come here and check because if you don't come here you don't know. And this is the first time I came here, so now I know what kind of a place this is and I hope I will see some lights here also. As you can see, there are some lights there. I think those are the city lights. And then there is a road. I was kind of afraid to put my time-lapse camera to the beach because of the wind, but my tripod is so low, so I think it will hold in the wind also, but I don't know, does it shake in the pictures, so I have to wait and see. And right now there is a dim northern light bow, but it is very low in the horizon, so I hope it will come a little bit bigger. Yes, now the northern lights are getting a bit stronger and I will try to take some photos in this crazy wind and I hope I will get some pictures. But let's see. There was some northern lights in the sky. It wasn't that big, but it was nice. The BC hasn't been dropping that much and I think the lights won't come stronger in this south. So there was a quite nice but small show. Now the wind has quieted down a bit, so it is time to try some Halloween light painting. I tried to do quickly some light painting. I have this. I made it with Christmas lights, and I think it's like some kind of a sword. It is like a really cheap plastic toy, like some Halloween toy. I don't remember when I got it, but it is fun. And if you would have like the real light sword, it would be even better. But I will quickly show you how did I do the light painting I did. So then you will know. I won't talk to the microphone when I do it because it is so long. But basically I just go around in a circle and raising my sword up and up and up, all the way up. And then I will stop and I will take a long exposure. This was like 30 seconds. And then just I put some flashlights like this. So there will be like those little sparks also. I can show you my little flashlight like this. So round and round and round and chick, chick and tick. So I will demonstrate it. So starting now. Flashlight. And just like that, the light painting isn't that difficult. If you know the rules of like shooting northern lights, then you will know how to take light painting as well, because the long exposures, they just leave like this cool light into the picture. It was nice to get to do some light painting, as I had prepared my props and had everything ready. This picture is a battle of two wizards. First I stand in one place for about 10 seconds. Then I moved to the second place, waving my sword at the same time. Then I stayed there for about 10 seconds. That's how I get two of me's in the beach. Me, myself and, but not I. I and myself. This is Alien. 13-second shutter speed, and I painted every part of myself with my sword. The red glow might have been my headlamp. In this one, I just made circle forms with the sword as walking backwards. The other nice things to do with light paintings are, for example, hearts and numbers like in New Year's Eve. But only the sky is limit what you can do. The same principles work in some scenery shots also, like moving cars or trains. Or some amusement park device. So that was my little info about light painting. You can try it sometimes. Some people just drive here, and I think they might have scared me because I'm in the hood and I am having this. But it is Halloween, so maybe they will understand. Just quickly, I will show. I have a power bank here, and with some USB Christmas lights, and another one, just a battery Christmas light here. So it is like super cheap. It cost like €2, I think, and I can just put it out like this. No, like this, and then just plug it out like this. Like this, and then it's gone. So, cheap trick. I have the power. I got so carried away with the light painting, I might have missed some northern lights in the process, but I don't mind because it's so funny to try to do some light painting. It is something that I have very much to learn, and it is so cool, and you just have to try and see how it will work and just have fun with it. And this was like my second time when I even tried to do some light painting, so you cannot expect too much of it. But it is fun. Ha! Yeah! Yeah! Now I think I put my lightsaber away and see if there is still some northern lights in the sky. So after my light painting session, the northern lights did not come any more stronger. But it was very nice that the northern lights were a background for my light paintings. So thank you for being with me again, and good night and happy Halloween! Nurmijärvi. Nurmijärvi is located about 40 kilometers from Helsinki. It was a hometown of one of Finland's most famous author, Aleksis Kivi, who wrote the first significant novel in the Finnish language. It is called Seitsemän veljestä, Seven Brothers. It says, tervetuloa Sääksiin, welcome to Sääksi, and there are some people jumping into the water, so you could do that in summer. Hello there and welcome to Nurmijärvi. I will show you a couple of places where you could spot the northern lights in here. So the both places I know in Nurmijärvi are actually in around the same lake. There is a Röykän uimapaikka, it is over there somewhere. And this is Sääksin uimaranta, and they are both like 50 kilometers from Helsinki. And the good thing about Nurmijärvi is that it is like almost straight to the north from Helsinki. So if you are spotting the northern lights, you should always travel towards north. So that is a very good thing in Nurmijärvi. There is pretty big parking lot here, and there are also some parking spots on the road, so there should be plenty of space. So if you're visiting in Sääksin uimaranta to go and spot some northern lights, you should walk over there. There is like this place called Kiljava, and there are good views to the north, because in Sääksjärven uimaranta, the north is actually not in there. So you get better views to the north sky in there, but maybe you could leave your car in here and walk to the other side of the beach. It isn't that long walk to somewhere there. In Röykän uimapaikka there are pretty good views to the north sky, and there are different angles that you can take pictures, and there are some lights in the other side of the lake pretty near, so that isn't the best if you are spotting the northern lights, but other than that it is very nice place. So how cool is that? Even though the lake is still frozen, the kids have already made sand castles. Oh no, they have taken away the swings for the winter, so I cannot go to the swing. That is so lame. What will I do here? I don't know, is this a good idea or not? There are good views over here. Ahoy! So, this is the end of my mini tour from Nurmijärvi. Thanks a lot for watching and bye bye. So, the Halloween was fun. Now it is time to search some new spots. So, welcome to Vihti, and I'm at the Koniavuori, and there is this beautiful Hiidenkirnu here also. It is very big stone from the Ice Age. It is really nice. 18th of November. After many cloudy days in a row, it was finally clear sky. The BC dropped to -5 and the density rised higher and higher. I went to see a new spot, Koniavuori, which is a small hill by the Nurmijärvi lake. It is located in Vihti, about 60 kilometers from Helsinki. The nearest parking place is Moksin Uimaranta swimming beach. There is also very massive Hiidenkirnu near Konia. The KP is predicted to be 4 and the BC has been dropping in the evening in -10 and -5 and so there should be a good chances to see the northern lights. But let's see, are the predictions right? This month has been really bad in northern lights because it has been very cloudy. It was like from the Halloween it was like 14 nights in a row that there was clouds, and then there were a couple of nights where there was clear skies and the northern lights values were like so bad, so I didn't even go to try. And this is the first time in this month that I am trying to see the northern lights, and it doesn't look so good right now, but it is nice to be outside and see the stars, and maybe I will get to see some northern lights later. As you can see, the winter is coming. There are ice peaks here. There is not snow yet, but the snow will come soon. I think it has been forecasted that the snow will come in like a couple of days, the first snow, but let's see does it happen or not. And I would hope to have some clear skies, not the clouds all the time, but let's see. The Hiidenkirnu is about 5 meters wide and about 10 meters high. It really is a unique nature site that Ice Age has created ages ago. Look how big it is. It is so beautiful, Hiidenkirnu. You should definitely come here, maybe at daytime to look. It is perfect. It is a hard climb with fallen trees and steep rocky grounds. It may be too difficult climb to small children, for example, or weird guys who are trying to hunt the northern lights. There are even more caves and rock formations inside, but I couldn't check them all in the dark. There is some mystic feeling when standing under the giant rock. This is actually a great example why it would be a good idea to come and check the places where you can shoot the northern light at daytime, because I haven't found the top of the hill, so I haven't seen any northern lights yet because I haven't reached the top, so I don't know where the path goes because it is like super dark and it is like hard climbing over the Hiidenkirnu, and it should be upper somewhere the top, and there should be nice views, but I hope I will find there before it's too late and the northern lights are gone or something. There is some clouds in the sky. I don't know are they in the north sky or not, but I can see the stars from above. The values are good now. The BC has been dropping and the KP is 4, so there should be a good chances to see the northern lights if I could like get to the top. Koniavuori is 58 meters higher from the Nurmijärvi lake. I finally reached the top of the little hill, or it wasn't that little, it was really high and it was really hard to climb here. And I am not exactly sure is this the right spot, but now I will set my cameras and I will check is it okay placed. There are some clouds in the north sky, but let's see will they go away or not. The weather forecast said it should be all clear sky in midnight, but it is now clear at the top, but not in the horizon. So I will see, I will put my cameras up and I will see what kind of place this is. Yes, there is pretty good view to the east, or I think northeast, but not to north. There is pretty much trees in the way. I checked some pictures in Google and the maps, and I thought that it would be like clearer view to the north also, but there are very much trees in the way, so I think I will not stay here very long because of that. And there are pretty much clouds in the sky, so maybe I could find a better spot and see if there won't be any clouds there. My time-lapse camera's tripod is so low, so I rigged it in the tree so I could get a higher shot to the horizon. But it doesn't point in north, it points at northeast, because in the north there is pretty much trees in the way. The north is somewhere there and the east is somewhere there, so there are pretty much trees in the way here. It is a bit shame that this place wasn't that good as I thought it would be, because I really would like to have some hills where I could also take some pictures of the northern lights, so it would be like different from the lakes and fields. But you really don't know what kind of spot it is if you don't go and see. And even though this wasn't the best place to see the northern lights, but I think the Hiidenkirnus were really nice to see, and I will definitely come here in daytime sometime because they were so amazingly big and very unique nature sites. So I would definitely recommend you to come to see the Hiidenkirnus, but probably not the northern lights. Okay, I think I will pack my bag and head to home or some other spot where there should be like better views to the north sky. So now I have to find my way down. Maybe I will roll down like a ball because it is so hard climb up. So maybe it will go faster down. Bye bye. It was late, but I wasn't ready to give up just yet. And I had already come this far, so at the same trip I could still try my luck in the nearby. So I made a pit stop to Hiidenvesi lake, Nummela. It is close to Koniavuori because it is in the Vihti also. Here is a great view to the north, so I will set up my cameras and check if there is something in the skies. Hiya! I had to take my ninja or commando mask because it is freezing cold now. It is only like 4- degrees, but the wind is so strong that it is very cold. I thought in Koniavuori also, I think my face was freezing all the time, so I had this with me and I left it in my car. Stupid me. But now I had it with me, so it is nice. They have took a little pier off for the winter. The other pier is still there, and I put my time-lapse camera to take some pictures with the little pier, so I will hope that it will be a nice time-lapse video. Kawabunga! I have my own little ninja moment here. Because when I was young, I always wanted to be a ninja, so this is as close I can get. I have now these new gloves also. I can use the touchscreen with this, so it is nice that my fingers won't freeze. But I think these are now okay, but maybe when it's really cold then they are not enough, but at now these are great. I don't even have the hand warmers, but I can always put them if I want, but I don't have them right now. This is probably very nice sound with this as I speak, like this. Hello, welcome to spot some northern lights with me. Maybe I'm a bit tired. I should probably go to sleep. Yes, I think there is a dim northern light bow in the horizon. I'm lucky that I left because I think I wouldn't have seen it in the Koniavuori at all. It is pretty low in the horizon, but I'm so glad that I can see some northern lights. Now I will try to take some photos. I will take that camera too, and let's see, will we get some pictures this time. I think I got some pictures of the northern lights. I haven't been able to check it so much because I just tried to take some photos fast, because I think the values are getting worse. But let's see, I have my time-lapse camera there also taking pictures at the moment, so maybe there is something in there also. But I'm so happy that I came here again. This is a great spot and it didn't fail me. Okay, now it's 2 o'clock and the northern lights are getting a bit weaker, so I think I will pack my stuff and head to home and get some sleep again. But it was great that I finally saw some northern light in this month. This was the first time in this month that I saw some northern lights. And it was great that I didn't have to go home empty-handed this time either, so this is great. Thanks a lot for watching and see you soon. The northern lights were pretty small, but I think I'm always lucky if I see the lights this south. Time-lapse. Time-lapse video is one of the best ways to capture the movement of the northern lights. And if you put your camera shooting time-lapse, you will get a lot of still pictures as well, and you can use them as a still photo also. In time-lapse video, many pictures are combined into one video. The technique is exactly the same as in shooting stop-motion animations, for example. You have probably seen time-lapses in nature documentaries, for example the videos where clouds are moving fast. Other cool time-lapses can be sunset or shadows moving as the time goes forward. The benefit of shooting time-lapse, especially in dark environments, is that every one shot can have long exposure, and compared to normal video, the time-lapse can be more brighter and have more details in it. And it is pretty hard to shoot videos of northern lights, as it is so dark at night. Maybe sometimes it can be possible, but at least I think the northern lights would have to be very bright and the camera and lens or phone should be really good. There can be time-lapse modes in phones and cameras, or if not, you can make the camera take pictures with a remote shutter. First, choose the size of your pictures. I usually put it in the second best JPEG, but not the best and not RAW, since my memory card is not that big. Then just make the composition and adjust camera settings. Then choose the shutter time. If the night is still getting darker, you might want to make the first shots a little bit too bright, so that the light will be right in the rest of the pictures. In northern lights, I have used 6 seconds shutter speed and no time in between shots. I think it will make a nice smooth effect in the video. I know that some prefer to take shorter exposures to avoid some blurriness to the lights. But it can make the video become a little twitching. Then just let the camera take pictures and hope that the northern lights will appear in your framed shot. I usually aim the camera straight to the north and make my compositions the way that there is a lot of sky in the frame. Sometimes I like to take something also in the foreground, but mostly I prefer to have best chance to catch the moving lights in my time-lapse and do some artistic compositions with my other camera. When taking pictures, don't touch the camera. Don't stop to check if the settings are good or anything else, because a smallest movement will ruin the time-lapse. The whole point is that the pictures are exactly in the same position. Also, do not point the flashlight near the camera. They will end up in the time-lapse too. Sometimes, of course, there will be other people too who will flash their lights. Also nowadays there are so many airplanes that will go through the shots many times too. It is also a good idea to have some kind of lens warmer that reduces the moist or ice gathering in the lens. It is not fun to realize when checking hundreds of pictures that they have been blurred because of the moist. One simple and easy trick is to put hand warmer under the lens. There are also some USB-powered lens warmers in the market. In other time-lapses like moving clouds or sunset for example, I usually take pictures with 4 seconds in between. The camera settings depends on the situations. I think it is good to have some exposure time like 1 second or so to make a bit smoother time-lapse, especially if there is people moving around in the time-lapse or something. You will learn the best ways by trying. After I have taken the pictures, I will transfer them into my phone with Wi-Fi and import them to Stop Motion Studio app. Then I will set timeline speed to whatever looks good. 25 frames per second is very fast, but also very smooth. 17 frames per second is something I many times end up. Then just export the movie and there you have it. Time-lapse. Nice. If the horizon isn't straight, I will correct it in Perfect Horizon app for example. Of course you can make your time-lapse in many other programs as well, and with computer. It might be possible to do time-lapses straight in the camera or phone also. If you want to really make a perfect quality time-lapse video, you should shoot as high resolution as you can. But be aware that the pictures will take a lot of space if there is like 800 raw pictures in one time-lapse, for example. Then, in some softwares like Lightroom, not the free version, is batch editing possibility. And with that, you could adjust post-editing in one picture to make it look good and then apply it to all of the pictures in the time-lapse. That is how the nature documentaries time-lapses look so great. Since I have not enough space in my camera's memory card, or at hard drives or phone, and I don't want to pay monthly for professional photo apps, I am doing my time-lapse videos this simple way, just for fun and to document the movement of the lights. If you don't have remote shutter and your camera doesn't have time-lapse option, you can hack it simply by somehow pushing the shutter button down. I have done it with my Canon M10. Just be aware that it can jam the button in a long run. Or at least I think it might. You can try it also with a tape and some button-sized object. The time-lapse videos are very fun and I encourage everyone to try them. The first snow arrived the next day, and after that it rained even more snow, and Espoo turned into a beautiful winter wonderland. The rest of November and the start of December were totally cloudy, so there has been zero chances to hunt the northern lights. I remember that the fall is a cloudy period, but I don't think it has been this cloudy before. And the same situation has been all around Finland. In North Norway and Sweden has been less cloudy. The best weather in Finland has been in Kilpisjärvi, which is very far in the North Lapland. There has been KP5 and the meters have been going wild every now and then, but I haven't even checked the meters that much because there is no point in it if I cannot even see the sky. On the other hand, it has been easy evenings and good night rest. But I would still hope that it wouldn't be totally cloudy all the time. It is 18th of December and predicted KP3. It is the first night in December when it is clear sky, or at least partly cloudy. The BC dropped in around -7, but the speed and density were pretty weak. I did not have big expectations, but I had to go and try because there was finally even chance to see something. Because of the unpredictable weather forecasts, I didn't want to risk it and drive some long distances to see the clouds. So I went to the nearest place where I could spot the lights. Hello there and welcome to Lake Boodam. There was nothing much predicted this night, but the BC dropped like in -7, so I thought I should come and see. When I came here it was raining and there was some clouds in the sky, so it didn't start that well, but let's see if I can see something tonight. As you can see, the lake is now frozen, but I think the ice isn't that strong, so you shouldn't go and walk in the ice, because now it's like only a couple of -degrees and it was +degrees in the day, so the ice is probably not that strong. So you should never go in the ice if you are not like perfectly sure that it can hold your weight. So that is very important. Okay, I got my cameras up. Smooth landing. So I got my cameras up and I think there might be just a dim northern light bow in the horizon, but I will hope it will become a little bit bigger and stronger. But let's see, because there was nothing much predicted tonight, so it might just be that there isn't much to see, but I will hope that there is something. So, because it rained when I came here, so I tried to put my time-lapse camera very fast, taking pictures when the rain stopped. So, I didn't figure out where to put the camera and where should I take my other pictures. So, I put my time-lapse camera in the rocks over the shore. But I didn't think it through, because now the camera is in my other pictures, because I don't have any other angle here. So if I took a picture of the northern lights, then I will take a picture of my time-lapse camera in the same time. But I had a solution and it was pretty nice. I made a little snowman, not a snowman but a snowball, and I covered my camera, not the camera but front of the camera. I put the snowball in there, so the snow will block the view from the camera, so I could take pictures without my time-lapse camera in the pictures. So that was my genius trick. I can show you. I think it doesn't look so good, but it's better than seeing the camera in all the pictures. So here is my little snowman, and there is my time-lapse camera. So I tried to be clever, but let's see, does it look weird, because there is this plump in every picture in the rocks. but it was nice idea after all. But I maybe should have molded it it would look like a real stone or rock, and then I tried to put these branches there, so it would look realistic rock with the branches and fallen trees and everything cool, but I don't know, does it work or not. But it's better than having the camera in every picture. Let's see. Yes, there is some northern lights in the sky right now. They are pretty dim and pretty far, but it is better than nothing, and I am glad that I came. And now I will try to take some pictures. There was mostly a dim northern light bow far in the horizon. Few times there was just a little bit more action in the sky. And it was nice to finally see the northern lights again. because the northern lights were so far in the horizon, I took my 50mm lens so I could get like a good picture, a narrow picture of the lights that are far away. Let's see, does it look good or not? I haven't been taking that much pictures with the 50mm lens because it isn't that wide. But in these kind of situations, it can be really good. It can be or not. Let's see. Okay, now I will have to call it a day because I have to go to work tomorrow and I shouldn't be like dead tired in work. So it was great to see some northern lights again, and thanks a lot for watching and goodbye for now. There was some clouds gathering to the north sky and the BC did not stay in minus so long, so I left home to get some sleep. Even though the lights were pretty small, I was happy about the night's result. I mean, if there is like one clear night in a month, what are the chances that just that night the northern lights can be seen as far as Espoo? Time to say goodbye. Thanks a lot for watching and see you next time. Bye bye. In the next episode, the Christmas is coming. I am visiting a new spot in Lohja and Old Granite Mine. And I am living the country life.